keep seeing coaches out there encouraging people to start their manifestation journey for the sake of getting their ex back or getting the love of their life. I gotta tell you guys, that is the worst reason to start a raising your vibration journey. It's not that it's a bad reason or a good or wrong. It's just, it's not the reason. You're that ache inside of you, that need to feel love and whole, that need for connection, it ain't gonna come from somebody else. And any of these manifestation coaches out there who are actually trying to help you manipulate reality to get a person back that's already left your existence is only helping you stay stuck in a system that's actually harming you. They're probably unaware that that's what they're doing. They probably think they're helping you get what you want and that that's a good thing because you're paying them, so it's a good thing. But that's not good for you. People come and go out of our lives for reasons, and we often are resistant to that because we want to make things work. We feel like we failed. The system has taught us that if things don't go the way, this way or that way, or we're not having this thing at this point in our life, we're a failure. So we resist the changes that come. We resist people coming and going in our lives, or we want someone who comes into our life to be better than they are. You can't force someone to have feelings they don't have, or you can't force someone to face a fear they're not ready to face, or you can't force someone to be somebody they're not. If you're dating somebody, as an example, and if you're a woman and you find that he doesn't call you in the morning and say, "Good morning, I love you," and that's something you ache and wish for, why are you trying to make it work? Because that one tiny thing, it seems small, but that one tiny thing is going to come to another thing. Like when he didn't call you to tell you he was going to be late, or like when he forgot your birthday, or when he walks into the room and changes the TV channel without asking. These little things start to add up into an astronomical form of resentment because the person doesn't genuinely care for you as a human. They care for you as the human who is giving them something they need. That's the difference. You serve a purpose in their life because they don't realize that the part of them that needs to be loved won't accept whatever love you're giving them until they love themselves. It goes the same for us. If we don't learn how to love ourselves to the depth that we're willing to love other people, how can we expect to be able to receive it from other people? We have to love ourselves as much, if not more, than we want someone else to love us. And then you don't need these manifestation coaches trying to take all your money to help you get your ex back. That's probably going to end up in heartache again anyways, unless they're on a spiritual similar kind of journey as you and you guys are growing at the exact same rate always. I honestly don't know how relationships are really supposed to work. I'm not a good one to ask as far as romantic goes. I can tell you what doesn't work, which is what I'm doing right now because I've lived that. I've never lived something that has worked, so I can't tell you what does work. What I will say is that those little resentments, those little things that to us really matter, but to other people they're like, that's not a big deal. What does that matter? Who cares? You're being a baby. Those are the things that actually really matter. I know for me, if I ever was to end up in a romantic relationship again, the person would have to be someone pretty unique and special because I'm a crazy person and I would want them to want to hang out with me as much as I want to hang out with them. I would want them to enjoy my company in silence as much as I enjoyed their company in silence. I'd want to go on adventures and I'd want to talk all the time. Well, not all the time. I'm actually not a big talker. But when I do talk, it would be probably to them. You know what I mean? And I would want to know that the first thing that they thought of in the day was me. Just like the first thing I thought of in the day was them. Like, oh, I wonder what adventures we'll get up to today. the idea of me actually finding someone who matches my energy on that level is, maybe it'll happen one day. I'm not too worried about it. Again, it's kind of one of those things that once you start to learn to love yourself, it's not that important. I mean, it would be nice, but it's not that important. I do want friends. I just don't need a lover. Precisely. You know? Not unless they actually match me in all the ways I need. And that, I don't need a guru or a manifestation coach to help me figure out. The whole point I'm trying to reinforce here is that don't go seeking love outside of yourself. Don't think that the answer is in other people. And as much as it can hurt sometimes to be alone, because it can really hurt to be alone, I'm not gonna lie to you, we need it to get to know ourselves, to spend time with ourselves. Who are we when there's nobody around to impress? Who are we when we aren't trying to be somebody for someone? Who are we when we are just us? Because here's something that the system doesn't want you to believe that's 100% true. You're enough. You are enough exactly as you are. You don't need to do or be anybody else. If you're forcing yourself to do things to make other people happy and it hurts you, you gotta stop. You aren't supposed to do that. The system makes us believe that we're supposed to live a life of suffering and sacrifice in order to gain riches and glory and status. It's all bullshit. Life's not supposed to be like that. Challenging, yes. Constant torture for your entire life and misery, and so you what, get 10 years of celebrating no working on low income, middle class housing as you're retired and nobody comes to visit you or loves you because our communities have fallen apart and don't support each other anymore? Yeah. I mean, you could strive to be a part of that shit. Watching old people die alone in their houses. Some of them frozen because they couldn't afford heat. Others, just nobody checked on them. Nobody cared. People forgot they probably existed. So they were found a week later dead in their house, eaten by the cats. Or don't get me started on the kid thing again. That really upsets me. The way we treat our children in this world. There should be zero SA abuse towards children in this world. People are so stuck on sex. People are so stuck on using it, abusing it, twisting it, that's the goal, that is love. It's exciting. It's full of passion. It's an indication of what you're supposed to be looking for, but on a very basic level. This world, we need to do better. We really do. If you're feeling lonely, if you feel like you can't find your love, please don't waste your money hiring somebody, get them back. And maybe don't try monogamy with anybody, or even polyamory with anybody, until you've spent some time alone, by yourself, getting to know yourself, loving yourself. Take yourself out on dates. Take yourself to the spa if you can. If you can't, take yourself on a hike. If all you can do is take yourself to the water and sit, do that. If all you can do is pour yourself a bath and make yourself a tea, do that. Date yourself the way you wish somebody else had. Make it so that nobody will be able to help you or force you to settle, right? If you make yourself feel loved the way you wanted to, your whole life, the way you wanted to love somebody else, your whole world will change and you'll never settle again. So what if you don't call me in the morning? I'm good. Find another lady. Anyways, have a great day. Okay, bye.